All right, we are back for another video on RareScan. And the reason why we're going to do another video on RareScan is because I really like it. I think it can be very helpful, but there's a few tips and tweaks that hopefully are helpful to somebody else. And maybe if I talk to you about it, you can learn from me, so it's not so, the learning curve is not so painful. First thing you do, Minimap button, you can left click or right click. The left click is the Explorer. And essentially this is just going to tell you about all of the rares that are in specific zones. Right now I'm in the Ringing Deeps, and so it's showing me this. Now I filter it so that I don't see the different pieces of gear, the appearances that I haven't collected yet, because I'm not as interested in that. But if you want to include those, then feel free to. What I want to point out is that this screen, what they call the RareScan Explorer, is different from what pops up on your menu. Sorry, on your screen. So if you noticed, I had said I don't want to take a look at the appearances. I just want to be informed when there's a mount or something like that. And so when we find a rare like this one, you can see that all of the appearances are underneath. So I just want to make clear the Explorer, that first screen we looked at, is different from the display options. And I got to get out of that area before I get killed by some wandering monster. The next thing that I want to, so that's the Explorer. So let's then go to the other one, which is the Options panel. Now the Options panel, if you go to Loot, you can then filter the loot. So for example, you can filter non-equipable items, you can filter items that require a different class. You can also up the quality. So if I don't care about the common or the uncommon and I just want to see rare or above, I can do that. And so now when I go back and take a look at that same rare, and since I've already looked at them once, it's not going to pop up for me. But now when I come find my next rare, you can see that those other appearances aren't going to be there. So you can see the Rampaging Blight now doesn't show the equipment underneath, the dropped underneath below the rare. But obviously you can go back to Loot. You can lower the filter to Uncommon. And I don't know that it will come there when I reload my UI, but that's the way to filter what's on your screen when somebody appears. Yeah, there you go. So now you can see the Rampaging Blight is there. All right, so that's the first thing that I wanted to point out is the Explorer is different from the display options. And if you want to show, or if you want to change what appears before you when somebody pops up on your screen, then you can go to Loot, Other Filters, and on Other Filters just up the level to what sort of gear you want to see. Okay, so part 2 of this video, we've talked about the rares and the rare scanners. Part 2 now is dealing with the treasure chests. If you go to your regular map, not the mini map, you'll see some of these treasure chests are red and some of them are yellow. And although there are none on my map right now, there are some that will be pink. The red just means you haven't found them yet. You haven't flown over them and seen them. The yellow means you have seen them. You have confirmed that they're there. But the other thing about these icons, which is really helpful, is you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, they have little symbols. And the symbols will help you know what sort of treasure it is. So this symbol with the hammer, this is a professions treasure. So if you go collect it, it will give you usually 3 profession points that you can use to help do better in your professions. The magnifying glass or the book, those are both going to be lore or achievement treasures. So for example, this is going to be a sign that you go read. This is going to be a plaque that you read, and those build up as you are looking to collect your achievements. Treasures that don't have a symbol, like this one here, is a pile of refuse. That's just a regular sort of treasure. Some of them are ones that can be collected only once, but this one, like this pile of refuse, is one that will be there over and over and over again. So you have these treasures and the different types laid out for you, so you can determine which ones you want to hunt down, which ones you want to not bother with. The last thing to talk about is, as you get near one of these treasures, like this one, there is both noise and a symbol that appears for you. The noise can be pretty loud, and actually I don't even think I had on my sound, because as I was preparing, it got pretty annoying. So as you're flying along, going from one place to the other, all of a sudden you end up in a spot where a treasure appears, and it appears. So 2 things. One, you see how on our mini map up there, this treasure turned pink. That's because we have confirmed that it is there, and so the treasure on the mini map is pink to show you that it's actually there. This other treasure up here does not turn pink, so this pile of refuse is probably not here. Oops. And because it's not here, I'm not going to bother to stick around. I know that it's going to need to respawn before I can collect it. That's one of those temporary treasures. So here we are. See how this rare just turned pink? That's because the rare, I have confirmed that it's up and alive right now. So this chest is pink because I flew by it and confirmed that it's there. This one is yellow because it's a respawn, and I just flew by it and it's not there. So I'll have to wait if I want to collect it, or if I need to collect it for some reason. The noise part is the other thing you want to think about. On your right-clicking on RareScan, going to sound, you can disable audio alerts with treasures and events, which I would recommend, because if you're flying, sometimes it can be really annoying, particularly if you're not collecting treasures right then, that there can be, in some areas, a treasure warning that goes off every 15 or 20 or 30 seconds. And it can be loud, and I just sometimes don't want it. So you can disable your audio alerts on the treasures and events different from the rares. And I would recommend doing it because the audio alerts are too many for my liking. All right, well, that's the video. There's one last thing that I want to show you, and we need to find a rare in order to do it. So there's the rare. The rare scanner went off. It says click here to target NPC. When you do that, the NPC will do it. Now I'm clicking on it now, and it says you have no target, which is what I wanted to show you. If I can get out of here. The problem is I'm now too far away from it.
I need a target.
Or it has been killed. So because of that, you can see that it's you can see that when I click on it now,
I don't have a target.
It says I have no target. And that's because I'm not close enough to it. So when I finally get close enough to it and click on target NPC, it will show up. But if I'm too far away so that I couldn't target it when I click on it,
I need to target something first.
So if you click on it and you can't target it, you're too far away, don't worry. Just get a little bit closer. But I'm not going to stay and fight it because I would die at this level. Okay, those are 3 things about RareScan that I wanted to show you. I love RareScan. It's super, super helpful. I love the information about the rares, so I can see which ones I need to be targeting. And I love, as I've worked with more of the options, I love being able to change the options around to more fit my interest in my game style. So that's it. RareScan Part 2 of Addons Unscripted. If I find out anything else that's really been bothering me, I will certainly let you know. Good luck and have fun.